Fucking A, dude, another video. Don't you just fucking love me? Don't ya? Don't ya? Sorry, guys. I'm just tired of myself, really. But I wanted to do another video, so I'm going to. And I've got a little stack, mostly stuff all from this week. 3 DVDs, so let's get right into this. So first up, picked this up at FYE. Never heard of this before. Sounded pretty interesting. A film by the name of Ashes. If you guys have heard of this, let me know. Let me know how you, if you like it. It says a brilliant, obsessive doctor working on a cure for AIDS unwittingly invents an aggressive new bacteria that deteriorates the body and enrages the mind. Now he must stop the infection before it destroys him and everyone he loves. There's a lot of, this film says winner, best horror feature, Shriekfest. Winner, best horror feature, the Witches of Whitaker Film Festival. Whitewater Film Festival. Winner, best director, Chicago Horror Film Festival. Cult Cuts magazine says one of the brightest and scariest horror films to be made in the last couple of years. And then it's got winner, best lead actor, best special makeup effects from Maverick Movie Awards. Winner, best horror screenplay, International Horror Film and Sci-Fi Film Festival. So a lot of awards this film won, and this was just like $4 or $5 at FYE. So I figured, why not? It's got to be pretty good. So if any of you guys have heard of it, seen it, let me know, please. Because I don't know when I'm gonna get to it, but it seems pretty good. So so next up is a film I heard Mr. Cool Duder talk about. I watch his updates every once in a while, just his movie updates, because he gets a lot of new releases, and so I'm always curious about that. But this one he had in there, it's a shopping tour. Apparently it's a foreign, I don't know if it's shot on video or what, but something to do about a family that goes to a supermarket that is run by, and then they're attacked by cannibals. I don't know if they're like storekeepers who are cannibals or what, but they're basically barricaded in a shopping center, a grocery store, and I guess they have to fight against cannibals. I think that's kind of what it's about. So, yeah, but he had said it was really good, and there are more quotes on here. It says a juicy, satirical horror comedy. That's The Hollywood Reporter, and a new vision of horror from Terror Weekend. So, yeah, this is that company that I'm kind of curious about, Shami Media Group. FYE's been carrying a lot of their stuff, and it all seems to be kind of indie, like low-budget features. So, this is a good one, I guess, to start on. I might have one other that I had picked up, but I'm just curious about this company for one, and of course the films that they're putting out. So I'm gonna probably watch this one first, and I'll let you know how I like it. Cool Duder seemed to like it pretty good, so that's Shopping Tour. And next up, last up for the DVDs is Southbound. This movie's pretty fucking awesome. It's an anthology film. I had seen it before I picked it up. And I liked it. It's basically like 5 short stories interwoven into one long. And what I like about this style is that like each segment kind of it just naturally like leads into the next. So it's like it doesn't stop and then introduce a new story, new scenery. It all takes place on this highway, basically, and it's just like boom, one story leads into the next to the next. So it's pretty unique, actually. There aren't too many anthology films that I'm aware of that are filmed that way. So really good, really brutal, good effects. It got a little bit crazy at the end, I think, maybe because I was getting tired and I was kind of losing interest, but the first few shorts or whatever segments were pretty fucking cool. So yeah, I won't say anything more about it. I highly recommend it, though. Definitely check out Southbound. And unfortunately, there's no Blu-ray for this, so you can get it on DVD. Amazon has it for like $15 right now. So Alright, so now on to the Blu-rays. I only have like 5 or 6 here. So, I picked this up. Unfortunately, I mean, I have Dusk. This is a From Dusk Till Dawn 1 and 2 double feature on Blu-ray, and I don't have any of the sequels on DVD on any format. So I wanted to pick up the second one because it's been forever since I've seen it, and I remember liking it okay. Um, Unfortunately, I didn't want From Dusk Till Dawn because I literally probably have like 4 copies of that movie between DVD and Blu-ray releases. So it's just a really cheap release. The film that's been put out by Miramax like a dozen times over, and so yet again, I was forced to pick it up because I wanted to get the Texas Blood Money, the second one, on Blue. So I can't really complain. I picked this up for $10 at FYE. So, and as far as I know, that's the only way you can pick up this film, is by grabbing that double feature. So next up is a film, a new release from Scream Factory, Dementia. Jason Lloyd, I think, had said that this was a pretty good film. I don't really know anything about it. It's another Scream Factory IFC co-release that just popped up out of the blue, like, totally wasn't aware of it. I mean, Jesus, Scream Factory is fucking, like... I thought Moods had said this was supposed to be a light month for Scream Factory. Well, I've picked up a new release every week, at least so far, I think. Just non-stop, man. So, but apparently this is pretty decent, so, nah. It's kind of like a mellow, drama-y thriller, I think. Not so much like horror or slasher or anything like that, which is okay. I mean, honestly, the synopsis of this doesn't really pique my interest, but, you know, Jason said it was good, and that's about the only person that I've heard talk about the film, so we'll give it a shot. That's Dementia. And I'm not here to bitch, but does anybody notice that fucking Scream Factory's prices are like going through the roof recently? Like, any releases for pre-order, it seems like, to come out in the future now are all like $29.99, and like the cheapest are like $27.99, and like they used to be like 15. They were like really cheap for a little while, and then they were like 15, 16, and then like 20, 22, $21.99 like at most. And now they're fucking like 20. This was $29.99, and the price hasn't dropped yet. So, I actually just saw this at FYE today, and it was $24.99. So I should have just picked it up there. I wouldn't have had to wait for it, and I could have saved $5. But I mean, fuck, man, I don't know what's going on. And then somebody was like on the 22 shots, oh, just get it from Scream Factory. Yeah, well, Scream Factory, I have Amazon Prime, so, you know, Scream Factory charges $24 maybe, and then with shipping you're paying like $30, the same fucking thing. So I don't know, man. I collect Scream Factory, but I mean, and I don't want to bitch. I know I'm whining, but like, it's just absurd. I've been collecting Scream Factory pretty much from day one. I have every single one of their releases, and like, now they're charging fucking $30 for these IFC like cheapy releases. Like, if anything, these should be fucking cheap or cheaper. But like, and then their of course their special editions or whatever, collector's editions are $30 now. So it's just crazy, man. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully that doesn't last long, or else I really am gonna drop out. I can't afford that shit. $30 a release, no fucking way. But alright. So next up, this is an oldie. I'm not really sure. I think it's more of a thriller than it is a horror movie. It's black and white, starring Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall, and Dark Passage, obviously. And yeah, so I'll just read the synopsis. It says, Bogey's on the lam and Bacall's at his side in Delmer Dave's stylish film noir thriller that's third of 4 films Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall made together. Bogart is Vincent Perry, a prison escapee framed for murder who emerges from plastic surgery with a new face. Bacall is Irene Jensen, his lone ally. In sharp support, Agnes Moorehead plays a venomous harpy finding pleasure in the unhappiness of others. The lead's chemistry is undeniable, augmented here with exceptional tenderness. Exceptional to our San Francisco locations and creative camera work that shows Vincent's point of view, but not his face, until bandages are removed. Lest Irene get ideas. Post-surgery, Vincent tells her, don't change yours, I like it just as it is. So do we. So I'm not really sure what this film is, but yeah, it came up on my Amazon queue, and I like black and whites, and obviously it's put out by Warner Archive Collection, so you can grab this on Amazon if you're at all interested for I think either $16.99 or $19.99, something like that. But that's Dark Passage. If anybody's seen that film, please let me know what you think about it, because I don't know anything about it. So next up is a film I've been waiting for. I had ordered this a few weeks ago. It came from the UK or somewhere far away. Excuse me. And that's Pig Hunt. I've heard great things about this. Tons of guys on the 22 Shots page have raved about it. So I wanted to pick up the Blu-ray just because it's supposedly really good. And it's basically like a slasher, I think, that takes place in the wilderness. But the killer is a wild boar, I believe. But there may be some other killers and killings involved as well, between a hippie commune and a group of other, I don't know if they're what they are, but I know there's some hippies and they're tied to the boar or something in some way. So yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about this, so finally happy to have this. Took a while to get here. This is by Splendid Film. I don't think there's a U.S. release of Pig Hunt. If there is, it was too expensive for me, so I went with this one. There was another release of this, but I'm pretty sure it was foreign, but it was a lot more, so I don't know. Blu-ray's a Blu-ray, and I'm assuming this will be just fine, but it looks like it's a German release, but it is, of course, there's English audio in here, so we're good. But yeah, so that's Pig Hunt on Blu-ray. And next up we have a film. Somebody had talked about this in one of their updates. I forget who now, but it's a newer release from Umbrella Entertainment, and it is Alien Nation. Not really familiar with this movie. It stars James Caan, and I know based on the success of this film, they created a TV show, I guess a little bit later, or maybe a lot later, I don't know, but it wasn't as good. But apparently this is a fun film, and it says a gritty sci-fi crime procedural in the vein of The Hidden and District 9. Alien Nation is a tense tale of urban life in Los Angeles circa 91. It says here extraterrestrial humanoid beings coexist with humans in their day-to-day life due to their spaceship crash landing some 3 years earlier. Stranded on Earth, the alien newcomers are subject to the same rules and laws as their fellow humans, but life is seldom harmonious, as the species division is often one of brooding resentment and bitterness, where segregated slums populate the city. The partnership between police detective Matthew Sykes and his humanoid colleague Sam Francisco is pushed to the limit as the pair investigate a slum drug ring led by nefarious William Harcourt. Challenged to overcome their prejudices to get the job done, the two cops must break down all the barriers in order to burst the case wide open. So somehow it incorporates aliens in this day-to-day life between police detectives and drug lords. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to expect. But I've heard good things, so that's Alien Nation. Definitely check that out soon. Kind of been collecting Umbrella lately ever since I had probably like 6 or 7 of their titles, and then I bought that Night of the Living Dead 90 remake, and I just like the cover artwork, and they're just fun. They're fun releases, and they're reasonably priced. The only downfall is they take a while to ship, or to arrive, because they're in Australia, I believe. But, yeah, that's Alien Nation from Umbrella Entertainment. And last up, we have the newest release from I don't like when people say we have, but I have a habit of doing it too, so we all do it. But yeah, so this is the latest release from Arrow. And Arrow, is it Arrow USA? Yeah, it looks like it, whatever. It is all region. Hired to Kill. And this is also from the director of the film you all know I don't like, Island of Death, and also Zero Boys. So it says, starring legendary actors Oliver Reed and George Kennedy. I love George Kennedy. Hired to Kill is a hugely entertaining action flick featuring guns, girls, and a plethora of budget-busting explosions for good measure. Action movie staple Brian Thompson, whose brief turn in 1984's The Terminator led to a starring role in the 86 Sylvester Stallone vehicle Cobra, stars as Frank Ryan, a mercenary sent to track down a rebel leader in hostile territory. Posing as a fashion designer, he'll be aided by a posse of beautiful but deadly women. Whilst the opportunity to see Oliver Reed chewing up the scenery behind an elaborate mustache merits the price of admission alone, Hired to Kill is also noteworthy as being co-directed by Nico Mastrakis, the man behind such cult favorites as Island of Death and Zero Boys. So, yeah, stocked again with director-approved special edition contents. And yeah, this is just, there's a lot of features on this release. So, not sure if it's limited. I don't think it is. So you can probably grab this this is expensive too. Looks like new Arrow releases are going for around $28. But yeah, you can grab this on Amazon, US and UK for that price. So yeah, that's my little mini haul for today, guys. I'll talk to you soon. All right, peace.